The story begins in a quiet village where a young boy named Tari lived with his strict, emotionally distant parents. Every mistake he made brought harsh punishment. The boy's world was filled with fear, fear of making noise, fear of being himself. One evening, after being beaten for accidentally breaking a clay pot, Tari packed a small bag and ran into the bush that evening. He ran deep into the forest, cold and crying. The trees grew thicker, and the sounds of animals surrounded him. Lost, tired, and hungry, he stumbled upon an abandoned wooden hut, old, creaky but still standing. It became his refuge. The forest, however, wasn't empty. Monkeys, curious and kind, noticed the boy. Instead of attacking, they brought him food: bananas, mangoes, berries. Slowly, they became his family. Among them, he found peace. They slept in the trees above him, kept watch, and even played with him. But it wasn't all peace. At night, snakes slithered near and storms shook the trees. Still, Tari survived, growing stronger, wilder, and more at home with the monkeys than he ever was with humans. 5 years passed. One day, a hunter spotted strange movements in the trees. He raised his gun. But just before he pulled the trigger, he saw something, a human face among the monkeys. The boy didn't run. He stared back with calm, intelligent eyes. The hunter lowered his weapon and called out gently. Tari froze. The monkeys grew agitated. But something in the hunter's voice reminded him of home, or what it could have been. But when Tari didn't run, when he stood still, staring back at the hunter, the troop froze in confusion. His body language was different. He didn't fear the man. The moment he took a step toward the hunter, the monkeys grew agitated. One older monkey, perhaps their leader, grabbed Tari's arm and pulled gently on, as if to say, "Don't leave." When he finally followed the hunter, the troop let out long, mournful cries. They didn't follow. They just watched, silently, sadly. A few sat at the edge of the clearing, eyes wide, tilting their heads. The younger ones looked confused. Others curled up quietly as if grieving. After the boy was gone, in the days that followed, the jungle seemed quieter. The monkeys returned to the hut again and again, looking for him. They would sniff his sleeping mat, climb the trees around the hut, and sit still for hours, watching the path where he had disappeared. One young monkey tried playing the flute Tari had carved, a gesture that mirrored the boy's habits. Another lay curled on his old blanket, refusing to eat the fruit others brought. Tari was brought back to the village. He couldn't speak well at first, but over time, his story was told, the tale of a boy raised by monkeys, healed by nature, saved by kindness. The truth is this: sometimes what the world calls wild becomes the only place we find peace. This story teaches us that love isn't always from blood. Sometimes it comes from the most unexpected places. That fear can drive us away, but kindness can lead us back. That nature listens, heals, and protects. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share for more mystical stories.